Hello DC fans, DJC right here, and today we got some massive news about James Gunn's upcoming film Man of Tomorrow. The main villain has officially been revealed, and trust me, this is big.
The Wrap has confirmed that Superman and Lex Luthor will join forces to battle Brainiac in James Gunn's upcoming DCU film Man of Tomorrow. Production begins April in Atlanta, and the movie is set to release on July 9, 2027. Ever since the film was announced, fans suspected Brainiac would be the main villain, especially because the plot involves a temporary alliance between Superman and Lex Luthor, a partnership that could only happen if the threat was massive. This idea was teased in Superman, when David Corenswet's Man of Steel tells Nicholas Holt's Luthor that he hopes Lex uses his humanity for good. When asked what kind of danger could force Lex to work with his greatest enemy, James Gunn joked that it would have to be a pretty pronounced one, hinting heavily at Brainiac. Gunn later fueled speculation by posting the Man of Tomorrow script cover featuring a human skull with an exposed brain, another nod to the villain. Brainiac's inclusion is significant because he is one of Superman's most iconic foes, yet he has never been the central villain in a live-action Superman movie created in 1958's Action Comics, number 242. Brainiac began as a green-skinned alien who shrank and bottled cities across the universe, including the Kryptonian city of Kandor. The bottled Kandor storyline became a crucial piece of Superman lore, symbolizing both his connection to Krypton and challenges even he can't easily solve. Across decades, Brainiac evolved into a darker, more terrifying force, often portrayed as a cybernetic being, Vril Dox of Kolu, with vast intelligence, the ability to possess new bodies, and ambitions of universal domination. His legacy extends across major DC media, appearing in Superman, the animated series, Smallville, Krypton, and games like Injustice 2. Comic fans particularly praise Jeff Johns and Gary Frank's 2008 Superman Brainiac storyline, which redefined him as one of the greatest threats in Superman's mythos. Man of Tomorrow will finally bring Brainiac to the big screen in a major way, making this matchup one of the most anticipated confrontations in the new DC universe. There's been major excitement about Brainiac finally appearing in live action, leading many fans to suggest Chukwudi Iwuji for the role. Iwuji said he hasn't been offered the part, but is very open to it. His performance as the High Evolutionary in Guardians of the Galaxy. Volume 3 shows he has the intensity and intelligence needed to play Brainiac. However, the strong similarities between the High Evolutionary and Brainiac may actually hurt his chances. Casting Iwuji as another cold, hyper-intelligent villain could cause audiences to compare the MCU and DCU roles too closely. Even though James Gunn often reuses actors, he usually gives them very different characters. Because of this overlap, the DCU may choose someone else for Brainiac, even though Iwuji is arguably the ideal choice.
Could I see myself doing it? If James picked up the phone and called me, absolutely. Is it a cool role? You're like the 12th person that's mentioned it. So I obviously went online and looked and went, oh, wow, this guy's cool. So could I see myself if I had the opportunity? I'd jump at it.
Brainiac. Could you see yourself taking on that role in the next Superman? You know, the last time we spoke, I was like, are you going to play the High Evolutionary? He was like, I don't know. You knew. You knew. So, Brainiac.
Yeah, you dropped that on me.
You
dropped that on me and I lied.
You are, yeah. You could be lying throughout this whole thing. James has also said that Superman and Lex are going to be teaming up against a much bigger foe, which again screams Brainiac. Could you see yourself taking on that role in the next Superman?
No.
Oh,
As in, no. I answered that wrong. Could I see myself doing it? If James picked up the phone and called me, absolutely. Is it a cool role? You're like the 12th person that's mentioned it. So I obviously went online and looked at it and went, oh wow, this guy is cool. So could I see myself? If I had the opportunity, I'd jump at it. The no I said is just to let everyone know. James this isn't me lying to you about, which I'm so sorry I lied to you, but I had to. I was under contract. They'd have arrested me, deported me, I'd have been in a long time. But this is not lying to you at all. absolutely no links whatsoever to the Brainiac. And I'm not lying.
Okay, if you are, I will find you.
And you know what? If something as cool as that happened, you can name your price, how many dinners you want, you and Alex, and I'll take you out for a nice dinner on me.
After Tulsa King, Grillo will head straight into production for 10 weeks in the UK and Georgia on James Gunn's Superman sequel, Man of Tomorrow. My character Rick Flag Sr. is a big part of the sequel's story, so I'm excited about it. He says,